Tipperary and Porrick Maher. Back out here as far as Donamar. Beautifully inside here, collected by Noel McGrath. This time it's John O'Dwyer, and Bubbles fires it in from near the 65-metre line and over the bar as well. Four forwards have now scored for Tipperary.
Well, they have, Ger, and very, very economical. We mentioned it already, but Clare are carving open that tip defence at times. They've had a couple of half-goal chances already. Conor McGrath, we saw Podge Collins before that, and this man running from deep is causing Tip plenty of problems at the moment.
All kinds of possibilities presented themselves for both teams. Fahy's puck. There's plenty of Tipperary players there. Dan McCormick, one of them. And pass back. The referee's blown his whistle before that ball was hit in. 11 against Dublin, and that contained just 7 frees. Real virtuoso performance. Took the Dublin defence apart that afternoon, and he started well here. 2 points for him, 1 from play, 1 from a free, and already looking good for Tipperary. Some very good balls so far. Shane Morley likewise, busy and industrious, but he's handled it on the ground, and he's arguing the point. The referee Colin Lyons from Cork is saying you touched it, you picked it up off the ground, free against you.
Yeah, he just took his time, I think.
28 years of age, big tall man, 6'4", 6'5" tall. No difficulty whatsoever with that.
Tipperary going to be delighted with this start, George. 13 minutes in, with limited enough possession, 7 points to 2 up. Very, very healthy lead already.
Well, they've made most of their attacks count. The big difference. Andrew Fahy, one of 3 goalkeepers used by Clare in this year's league and championship. And one flies down there, but again won well by the backs, who are doing extremely well. Donamar starting this attack inside towards Calden, bounces off his stick, back out towards Patrick Bonnermar. There's a goal on, and it's put over the bar. Beautifully done by John McGrath, his second. Every attack now, they're making it count.
Yeah, but it's again Dan McCormick picked up a great ball. Just watch Bonnermar, this is what he does so well. Probably maybe could have passed the ball a bit better. He watched it, went a bit lower, carried it into the tackle. Good enough defending, avoided the goal, but another point for Tipperary. But it's that
6th championship season, and a good 10 points against Cork in that Munster final, including of course a point from a penalty when he was most definitely going for a goal. Not that might have changed.
Yeah, not an easy free to start, which are out near the sideline. If you're a free taker, you like to get a handier one than that to start. Difficult free for Tony.
Let's see how he can put this one between the posts, if he can manage to do so, and he is an expert. It's one they needed. 11 minutes or nearly 12 since they last scored. Short puck out, which goes very much awry. Intended for Porrick Maher, but never reached him from goalkeeper Dara Mooney. Mooney playing in just a 2nd championship match between the posts. Donald Cusack handing the ball there to Colin Galvin to take the cut up. Right across diagonally, poses a problem for Seamus Kennedy, knocked it down, onto it comes Conor McGrath. Quick feet, quicker hands, but wide, and a big groan from the huge Clare following here. Good awareness, good vision, and gets it out once again, this time to Cian Dillon. Up it goes, intended for McGrath. Won again, however, by Donamar, who's done a good marking job so far. Seamus Callan over his left shoulder, has direction, has accuracy, length, and everything you want, and over the bar. It's another one for Tipperary. It's an excellent start.
It is, and Patrick O'Connor read that original ball into Seamus Callan. But there's a great piece of skill. Donamar again involved, the cornerback, and difficult chance, but Seamus Callan makes it look easy. Super score.
Well, the Tip fans are the ones who are energised. That was a great catch. Clare need to do something from their next attack. Into John Conlon. Coming out to try and help there was Aaron Cunningham. We've hardly mentioned him so far, but it's Bonnermar who won it. Down into the corner there, 2 against 2. Shane Morley preventing it from going out over the sideline initially, at least, then appeals all around as to whose ball.
Tips play that I haven't seen all year today is the support play. Every time the ball breaks, there's a second man coming in. We didn't see that against Cork. We didn't see it earlier in the year, but you can see it today, that there's always a man coming back to pick up the breaking ball.
Kelly has driven that one in, driven it in there towards Conor McGrath. Beautifully into Cunningham, and he's found the back of the net. We haven't mentioned him up to now, but Aaron Cunningham has got the opening goal here. How that was so badly needed, coming as it does in the 19th minute.
Yeah, well, if you watch Tommy lost his man completely there. A great finish by Aaron Cunningham. Conor McGrath showed great vision to pick him out. Could have went for his own score, picked out Aaron Cunningham in a super finish, and the game badly needed that. And Clare have created a few chances before that.
Brendan Maher was trying to set up Michael Breen, but it's intercepted. Cian Dillon got it away downfield. Out comes Conor McGrath again, but before he can get to it, the stick of Paddy Maher touched it, down to his younger brother Ronan. Back into the inside forwards again it comes. Patrick O'Connor reached for it, couldn't quite take it, but Shane O'Morey was there to pick up the loose ball. Back out once again towards Cathal Malone. Challenged strongly there by Dan McCormack. Helped out by David Fitzgerald. Down it goes once again. Beautifully caught by Shane O'Donnell. Takes off 20 metres out, delivers the hand pass. There's another goal here, and a second one has come for Cunningham. Aaron Cunningham down in a heap, injured, but he has scored 2 goals in the space of about 60 seconds, and he's tied up the match here.
Well, Shane O'Donnell is known for his pace and for his hurling, but what a catch there by Shane O'Donnell over James Barry. He's not looking comfortable in the corner, and certainly Toss Hamill not looking comfortable. Tomas Hamill at fullback. But look at this for a catch by Shane O'Donnell. Look how quick his feet. He turns, heads through, and again we see the teamwork. Gave the beautiful hand pass to Aaron Cunningham. He couldn't miss from there. Great goal.
Well, these are all the questions we have asked, Michael, about the Tipperary team up to now. Some brilliant forwards, but the back line so porous.
Yeah, well, look at last year, James Barry really came of age at full-back. Cathal Barrett was there at corner-back. Michael Cahill was there in the other corner. That full-back line is gone now. 2 of the personnel gone. James Barry in the corner, and they're really suffering. And you see Ronan Maher down on his knees there as well at centre-back.
Here by David Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, those long legs of his striding forward here with great purpose. Podge Collins, much more lively in this game, but the accuracy is lacking in that.
Well, that was a
Maher in there, and he's done so here. Looked up then to see who's available, calling for it on the far side. Couple of players, one of them is Podge Collins, and the other man coming in here unable to snap this one over the bar was John Conlon, but he's put it to the left instead, and he's put it wide. Missed opportunity. Stays level, 2-3 to 9 points.
Yeah, Clare's, I think the reason they're winning so much ball is they're winning their own puck-out, or the Tipperary puck-out. Now Clare are dominating a lot of pace around the half back line, middle of the field, and Tipperary just seem to be struggling to a lot of those 50-50 balls.
Tips puck out now. Let's see if they can hold on to it up there. They can't. Conor Cleary once again puts up his left hand, takes it down brilliantly, and that will do his confidence the world of good, you can be certain. Free out. Kelly's the taker. Sees the run of Shane O'Donnell, not tracked initially there by James Barry, and then he slips but gets up, recovers well, and has an opportunity to inflict some further punishment on that Tipperary defence, but not quite sure what he was doing there. His balance and control just seemed to leave him down, and in the end the referee is looking at his own
Forwards down to look really dangerous.
We saw Shane O'Donnell slipping there. We've seen one or two other players slipping as well. There was torrential rain in Cork yesterday, I should say.
It's certainly an issue down that side of the field.
It certainly is. This is an opportunity, and it's Michael Breen into it, quick as a flash. Half chance, first chance he's been given, straight over the bar. Michael Breen, who's got 5 goals and 13 points now in his championship career. 25 minutes in, and once again Tipperary lead here by just a point.
Yeah, that's his first touch, and we haven't seen Brendan Maher either in the middle of the field for Tip. Tony Kelly and Colin Galvin been a lot more conspicuous.
Andrew Fahey once again ready to restart. Big huge one down, beautifully collected here by Cathal Malone. Now where's the finish? And again it's inaccurate. In once again, real dangerous situation here. Bonner Maher coming in near the end line. The umpire's uncertain. There is Hawkeye here, and we're going to Hawkeye. First Hawkeye moment of the game.
Yeah, I was chatting to Dickie Murphy beforehand, and they were testing it at the minor match, and they were happy to proceed. You know, first day out, I suppose you're a little bit nervous of these things, that maybe technology is not working or whatever, but happy to give it the go-ahead. So,
well, if it's there, Michael, you have to use it.
You have to use it, yeah.
It's of major importance.
Yeah, it's great to have it here. Vital now. We've seen some big games decided on Hawkeye decisions over the last couple of years since it came in. So
just ask Bubbles O'Dwyer.
Bubbles knows that.
It's called point review system here in Cork. Everything's different in Cork, and it's a tall. It's a point, and it was Patrick Bonner Maher who was hitting it. His first point. It means that Tipperary now lead the match here by 2.
Yeah, and sometimes one little criticism of Bonner, a great player, but just a shooter off, in my opinion. He had a couple of chances already, and he went to run past his man when he had half chances to stick the ball over the bar, but he put that one over. He's moved into the corner now. John McGrath gone out to centre forward.
Broken down into the centre here, and an opportunity for Tipperary to mount their next attack up here towards Seamus Callanan. This time getting the better of Patrick O'Connor. Very, very accomplished full forward, as we all know. Strong, forceful kind of fellow who's able to dominate and dictate the play in and around the full forward position. Should be able to put this one over without much fuss. 4 points.
Yeah, and Tip just weathered the storm after those 2 goals. They've got the last couple of points, Bonner Maher there on that free then, so just to settle them back down a bit after Clare having a very good patch.
Well, Clare haven't scored since they got those 2 goals. Last one was in the 20th minute, so that's 9 minutes ago. In comes David Fitzgerald, stepped into the breach. Hand pass, but not very cleverly as far as Tony Kelly. Little indiscriminate. Comes back in the end, and finally it is knocked away, down and over the bar. That's really, really well done. Jamie Shanahan, a player who is only playing his 2nd ever championship match. He came on as a sub, you may remember, in the extra time of the game against Wexford in 2014 down at Wexford Park, and he scored 2 points, and the LIT student has responded here for Clare. Cutting into the Tip lead. Danger once again here. Real danger as Bonner Maher once more is in a very advanced position. Hit it off top. That time it is Ronan Maher going across. Donna Maher in some difficulty. It's Conor McGrath raiding. Again, a tricky angle out near the sideline, but brilliantly done by McGrath. He's been involved in setting up goals. Now he's got a point of his own here, and it's 12 points to 2-5. 12-11. Close and wonderful contest so far.
Yeah, and he deserved that one, I think. Been unlucky with a few chances, just crept inside the post there, and he worked hard for that. And great game, I have to say. Very intriguing, up and down. It's flown both ways right throughout the first half.
Conor Cleary missed that with his stick, but there's a support player immediately behind him. Cian Dillon leaving it behind, however, under pressure there from Patrick Bonner Maher. What a match he's playing so far. Right in the thick of the action the whole time, indiscriminately hitting that one, however, to Conor Cleary, who intercepted and then helped out by Dillon, and eventually the referee has blown his whistle, and it's going to be a free out for Clare. Just 1 point so far. Tense for everybody on the sidelines with the 2 management teams. Not a great puck out. Comes back to Calnan from the tip down, and he's put it over the bar. That was a bit of a gift. He was anticipating. Good anticipation by the big full forward. 5 for him, and now 13 for Tipperary.
Yeah, it was Noel McGrath, I think, who read the puck out and got a touch to it, and Callanan doesn't miss those.
Goalkeeper just taking his time, trying to sum up what's on for him. That's not a very good puck out. That's a very poor one indeed. John McGrath reading that one. Back in the middle third. Out as far as Seamus Kennedy. Steadying himself, fancying his chances. Remember, he scored in the All-Ireland final. The only point he's ever scored up to now. And he's just doubled his tally.
Yeah, that's a super strike. John McGrath always has the head up. And lovely dummy there by Seamus Kennedy. And a great strike from the middle of the field into the wind. Brilliant score.
And all of a sudden, Tipperary have opened up a 3-point lead once again. And the puck out again is a poor one, broken down by Brendan Maher. This time, as far as the raiding, John O'Dwyer, and another puck out, hit poorly, has been emphatically dispatched by a Tipperary player over the Clare crossbar. This time O'Dwyer. Yeah, well, that was poor.
It was poor, and with that, you know, to have that wind in the first half, they should be delivering that ball down there long. The forwards have the Tipperary defence under plenty of pressure. The shooting is the only thing letting them down, but that's probably 3 or 4 points that have come from short puck-outs that have gone wrong for them.
Well, Clare must be so thankful that they scored those 2 goals in the space of about 60 seconds in the 19th and 20th minutes, because otherwise they would be hopelessly out of this game. They've conceded another free. Paudie Maher thinking about taking it quickly, but the referee's just having a quiet word with Cathal Malone out of shot. Passages during this first half, but the ending of it isn't all that terribly good. A lot of mistakes being made by both sets of players. John McGrath back in once more, and with the minimum of fuss over the crossbar as well. 3 for John.
This is absolutely crazy from Clare. Like another puck out gone astray. Even the last ball David Fitzgerald got short. He was put under pressure by Noel McGrath, slowed the whole thing down. It's fast ball they need. I don't know where this puck out strategy is coming from, but it's not working for Clare.
Well, Donald O'Cusack, who's one of the coaches, who were very, very displeased with the way some of those puck outs have resulted in Tipperary scores needlessly given away. It's a gap of 5 points, which Jerry O'Connor and his team have got to try and take back in the second half. Advantage Tipperary here. And the first of the quarterfinals of the new Porky Queeve down in Cork at half-time. It's
by 16 points to 2 goals and 5 points. Advantage to Tip by 5 points. Let's talk to the panel here in our studio. Gentlemen, we were promised war before this match here today. I'm not sure if we're seeing war now. I just said to you lads a minute ago, I am taking into account here that we're behind this glass and so on, which is kind of dulling the atmosphere a little bit, but I'm wondering, would it be too much different out there?
No, it's certainly not war, but at the same time, I think there's a nervousness about the two teams that they haven't really pressed the release valve, you know. But from a Tipperary perspective, they'll be happy. I mean, their forward line are moving well. They've 16 points scored. 5 of the 6 forwards have got on the scoreboard, and every time it comes up, they look like they have the beatings of their man. So that area of the field, Michael Ryan and his management team will be very happy with. But if you switch to the other side then, and like Clare got 2 goals, they definitely had another 1 or 2 chances of goals that they could have raised green flags with, and they've had double-digit wides yet again. So the use of the ball again hasn't been to the high standard you'd expect at inter-county level. So it's still very much a tip, I think 5 points up. They'll be happy to be in that 5 points up, but every time the ball goes in and quality ball goes into the inside forward line, that Clare team do look like they're on a mission to get goals, and they've got 2 already.
Now, look, obviously yourself and Ger Loughnane have a vested interest in this game, but I have to say, as a neutral watching it here, Eddie, Loughnane, you were doing a lot more growling in that first half.
Yeah, because I think the huge fault in Clare hurling has come back to haunt them here, and that's the inability to win their own ball, especially in the half-forward line. You know, the ball is going long, coming down there, the Tip half-back line are completely in charge. Now, if you want to expose the back line, the first thing you've got to do is to get the ball, and that's the big problem. Podge Collins can't win the ball. John Conlon is now taken off. He couldn't win the ball. Malone couldn't win the ball. Those 3 have been cleaned. So it's making it easier because Tip are really good when facing the ball. They're brilliant skill. They're great in the air. So they're winning the ball. So what have Clare done now? They've tried to go short. And they've made a total, absolute mess of it. When there were 2 points in it, that after handing 4 points now to Tipperary before half-time to really hand them the initiative. And if you look at all the games, the All-Ireland final last year, all the championship, that 5 minutes before half-time has become absolutely vital. Tip have now seized the initiative, and it's going to be very hard to take it back off them.
It is, and the funny thing about all of that obviously, Eddie, is true, but then we had this moment, or a couple of moments, when Clare snatched 2 goals off their opponents.
Yeah, it threatened to go away from Clare very early. Tip opened up a 6-point lead, and then look, route 1 ball, you know, we talk about in defensive systems, again, attacking the ball, Conor McGrath, and it's the timing of the pass. He finds Aaron Cunningham, and, you know, I think there was a small little angle between Mooney and Dunamar, and he squeezed it through, in fairness, so he got maybe a fraction lucky. But it's the way he peels off to the right, giving a great option to Conor McGrath, making the defenders choose. And then this one here, I think we've seen it in slow motion. The height Shane O'Donnell gets off the ground here, and the hang time takes a good clout in the hand. And again, the timing of the pass. I would question maybe how quick young Mooney came off the line there. Maybe he could have held his ground a small bit longer. I think when you see, you know, Darren Gleeson, he tends to hold his line a little bit more, and maybe an attempt to pull him down there that maybe failed. But that has breathed life into Clare when it looked as if, we were just saying it here in the studio, that if Tip create a goal chance here and converted, this game could be over and it could be a massacre. And it has, you know, breathed life into them. So thankfully for them, they're back into the match. But just on Gerard's point there about the puck outs, they seem to target Paddy Maher of the puck outs, which to me is a strange one. They tried to go after, you know, Colin Malone down there, which is a surprise. And Podge was running Ronan Maher around, but Ronan Maher has steadied up. And when they hit the purple patch, Clare, Tip have adjusted to it now. And you look at the scores then, okay, it's 16 points to 11. It's 16 points to 7 scores, and that's probably the difference.
All right, we pause here for a short while. Clare versus Tip, part 2 coming.
Scores weren't on. In some instances, you'd expect them to go for the score. I think it was the right option. But at the same time, it hasn't ended up in between the posts. And at this level, you know, against All-Ireland champions and quality opposition, you know, David, like, look at that. That's 2v2 inside again. That's exactly what we spoke about before the game. And David Fitzgerald goes for his own score off his left-hand side. And I think, you know, when they look at, when they consider this again at half-time. They're going to have to get way more economical with this ball in the second half to have any chance, because you would feel that they have a potential to get more goals inside. And, you know, you switch it down to the other end then and watch Seamus Callanan here, like all the composure in the world, gets his space, takes his look, bang over the bar. And 16 times they've done that in that first half, and that's why they have this 5-point cushion at half-time.
Eddie, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but the Clare team are out at the moment. We're just waiting for a tip. Before we hand back, who's going to win it now?
I think you'd have to say Tipper in the driving seat now. Clare really need. They just came in a fit in the start and got lucky. So I suppose if they have to hurl consistently, and I just think at this stage now Tip are starting to stretch a lead. Tip goal comes here, they're going to cruise.
Time for us to go back to Ger Canning and Michael Duignan.
Thank you, Michael. So second half gets underway. Tipperary win it straight away, and it's Patrick Bonner-Marr slipping it out as far as Paddy Marr, and the left half back and captain down towards the full forward position, but this time it's mopped up well there by Cian Dillon. Dillon from Crusheen, now 28 years of age, gets it away, hit late, and he didn't like it one little bit there as he was hit by Noel McGrath. And the referee had blown his whistle immediately, and now he'll have to go down and deal with this. The linesman down there is Paul O'Dwyer from Carlow. Would have had a right good. Need to take all of their chances, be much more economical. And that is not the way to go. That was brilliantly caught there by Jamie Shanahan. Into the centre towards Podge Collins. They need to turn it on. Cathal Malone. Well read this time by James Barry, coming away but under pressure here from Shane O'Donnell, and O'Donnell has won it from James Barry. It should have been cleared. Instead, it's taken by O'Donnell, and he's taken his second point of the match.
Yeah, and what you need now in the second half from a Clare perspective, that's a great ball in there. James Barry should have come away with it, but it gave a chance to the full forward. And with the pace that Shane O'Donnell has, he's always going to close you down, and super score from him. And if Clare have that discipline to keep playing that ball into full forward, then they could get right back into this game.
Brilliant catch by Conor Cleary from Dara Mooney's puck out. Outside towards Cathal Malone, under pressure there from Paddy Marr. Still managed to get enough on it. Passes with measured accuracy, or whether they're trying to go long. He caught between two stools. Not John O'Dwyer availing of that error by the Clare defence to get point number 3 for the afternoon for himself.
Yeah, well, look at the great first touch by John McGrath, great feet, but the ball from Paddy Maher again, he does that so often. It's a terrible clearance straight to Paddy Maher, and he's going to punish you with that crossfield ball, and lovely score by John McGrath.
Up this time towards Peter Duggan. In comes Podge Collins, surrounded by 3 Tipperary players. One of them is Ronan Maher. Comes out with it here, tries to hand pass it, but under pressure there from Tony Kelly. Duggan tries to get it again, has a player to his left-hand side, doesn't manage to get it out that side, however. Gives it away to Michael Breen instead, the Tipperary midfielder. Lots of Clare bodies here in their own half-back line. If they can deal with it, eventually up to Cian Dillon. Comes away. Colm Galvin looking to get the space and the room in which to play the ball into a 2-man inside forward line. Beautifully into the goal scorer Aaron Cunningham, and Cunningham has seen this one come off the post. Podge Collins back out to McGrath, hit the body this time of the Tipperary defender, who was Donna Marr, and the goalkeeper was able to come out, but he's put under pressure once again on his own 13-metre line. Tiperary's defence had something of a dither. Brilliantly taken out eventually by Seamus Kennedy, further away, but not successfully. And Tony Kelly is able to go in, take possession under ferocious pressure there. Lots and lots of bodies surrounding the ball. Referee has a good look at it, sees Conor McGrath get it and then lose it, and Tipperary emerge and take it forward here. Beautifully done into the centre. What a run this is by John O'Dwyer. What a pass to Callanan. Oh, it's a point and not a goal. It deserved a goal. That's his 7th.
What a move. That would have been maybe one of the great goals. Dan McCormick here with a great run and a lovely pass to John O'Dwyer, and he could have took look at the vision. What a pass into Seamus Callanan, and he'll be so disappointed that didn't shake the net. That should have been in the roof of the net. Great chance and a great move by Tip, and some ferocious tackling there by the Tipperary defence. You saw Tony Kelly getting surrounded.
Goes again, tries to stymie the progress of Bonner-Marr, right in the thick of the action there as they wait for it to come back out their way, and it comes out as far as Jamie Callanan, switching it onto his right and switching it wide as well.
Yeah, and I just mentioned that about Patrick Bonner-Marr in the first half. You know, he oceans of space there. Just stick the ball over the bar. They're 6 points up, make it 7. You know, had a look up there, but he's trying to carry that ball and go for the killer pass all the time. And really, it was a simple point on.
in bright sunlight now here, the management team there, which involves Donal O'Cusack as well, of course, who's no stranger here to Porky Queeve, the old Porky Queeve, watching as Tony Kelly puts it over and gets a third point. Held him there, then McGrath got up, fought on, trying to bring the ball under his control. Referee decided nothing was coming of that. Good refereeing by Colm Lyons. Free into Tony Kelly. Only got 7 points in last year's quarter-final. That was against Galway. This will be number 4 if he can make it. No room for errors now at this stage. Some nearly 11 minutes into the second half. Light breeze against him, and that's perfect. Minutes of this contest. Kelly from Valley A. Disappointed to lose the club final back on St. Patrick's Day. Lost a Munster final as well. Still has hopes and ambitions for 2017. Fires it in, and the umpire reaches for the white flag, and that's number 5. Into the hands of Michael Breen, falls obligingly for him across to the wing here towards Noel McGrath this time, and McGrath has got another, first of the second half. 3 he scored.
And that's really the difference. Look at the simplicity of that. Michael Breen just looks up and straight away 30-yard ball into Noel McGrath's hand, and that's simple hurling at its best.
Now can Clare respond? Well taken in this time by Peter Duggan.
He has made a huge difference, Ger, hasn't he, since he came on there? We question maybe...
As you can see in the background, they're preparing one of their substitutes. Kelly, first of all. Oh, not that one. That one was always dragged away to the right-hand side. It's a second wide of the second half, but it's a 12th wide in all, and the man who's going to be coming on in a moment will be David Reedy. Short puck out again to Toss Hamill. Clare's surrendering that. No pressure on the fullback when he was playing the ball out. Only as far as Conor Cleary. Across here it comes. David Fitzgerald. Waiting for it there was Jamie Shanahan again. Pressure applied by Tipperary. Tip doing enough. John McGrath thought about the little pass inside, then was closed down by Podge Collins, all a little untidy. Back out towards Dan McCormack under pressure, this time from Peter Duggan. And Duggan decides enough of that, let's have a go from 50, 60 metres out, and he sweeps it into the wind and away to the left and wide once more.
We're going to be accused of repeating ourselves here, but again, 3 men inside the full forward line. Clare reverted a bit to a bit more defensive there in the second half, but still 3 men inside. The ref has gone in to have a word. It's a bit of off the ball stuff.
It's going to be there's a yellow card. Toss Hamill, the one who's got it, from Moyne Temple Toohey. So he's the third player to be yellow carded in the contest. David Reedy's going to come on. Player is going to go off will be Podge Collins. He was Ronan Marr. Some of the clearances out of defence have been not what you expect from a championship team playing at the quarterfinals, and they're under pressure again. Clare from McGrath, quick as you like, so incisive, so ruthless in their approach. 5 for McGrath. His team are doing it now. 21 points already scored, and we haven't played 53 minutes yet.
Yeah, just looking at Ronan Marr, Pádraig Maher, even Brendan Maher, when their men move up the field, they're just staying back there. They're just creating a blanket sort of across the half back line, and very, very happy to stay there, win the ball, and then switch that diagonal ball to McGrath and Bubbles O'Dwyer, who are causing lots of trouble.
And Tipper thundering forward again as Dan McCormack having taken the pass from Michael Breen. Back there went Tony Kelly, still doing his little bit to try and stem the tide if it can be done at all. One back again by John McGrath, back as far as Noel, his brother, and over the bar. Terrific work. They just need the minimum of time and space, and they avail of every opening that comes their way. And it's the McGraths once again.
Yeah, just a little movement there. He took an extra yard to create the space. Here's the ball going into the square here now.
Inside towards Shane O'Donnell. Lowe goes on, takes on his man. Delivers the pass inside to Conor McGrath, and the referee has blown his whistle following the foul on Shane O'Donnell. Again, nothing happening from the advantage the referee was trying to allow. It'll be